Thank you, Ministers. GMS. Now, we understand that those who took Sinovac aren't counted in the national count. But given that we're relying on hitting specific vaccination levels to ease measures, this means that about some 17,000 people will never contribute to our vaccination target. Why are we excluding this group from our national count? Simply because the vaccine is not part of the national vaccination scheme. And why will those who have taken Sinovac not be allowed to take part in the perks offered to fully vaccinated people? Thank you.
Thank you very much, Timothy, for the question. I'll start off by talking about the counts. Actually, we do track all who receive Sinovac vaccinations in Singapore. The clinics that we have allowed and licensed to provide vaccination using the Sinovac vaccine report details of those who have gotten vaccinated, and therefore we do have a count. But we have not attempted to conflate the reporting that we've done by only reporting those that are vaccinated with vaccines under the National Vaccination Program, so as to better reflect the efforts we're taking within our National Vaccination Program to get the population vaccinated and to achieve the milestones. At an opportune moment when the numbers build up, we may give you a sense in terms of the numbers who also have been vaccinated using the Sinovac vaccine. But at this time, our focus remains on the PSA-recognized vaccines that we are using. Also, we still have little data concerning the efficacy of the Sinovac vaccine, specifically against the variants of concern that currently that we are currently seeing, and that's particularly the Delta variant. Whereas in the other vaccines that we're using, the mRNA vaccines, there's a little bit more data available at this point in time concerning the vaccine efficacy against the Delta variant. And this is partly the reason why we've chosen in our milestones to rely on the more tested vaccines which we have sufficient evidence that there is a good amount of protection from that vaccination, and use that for our data when it comes to achieving the targets that we have.
Yeah, maybe I just add a few points. One is that I do know that many of individuals who can't take mRNA or not comfortable, they come forward to take Sinovac vaccine, and they too are contributing to the resilience of our society. So I also want to thank them for taking this step. But as DMS mentioned, unfortunately, when we consult the experts, there's just not enough data to show how effective is Sinovac against Delta. Because Sinovac is well used in, say, China, but they have not really experienced Delta. It is being used in places like UAE, Indonesia, that is now experiencing Delta variant, but data is not coming out from these places as well. So really, we don't really have a medical or scientific basis having the data now to establish how effective Sinovac is in terms of infection and severe illnesses on Delta. But I hope this data will emerge soon and allow us to make an assessment, or allow the experts to make an assessment. The third important point is this: notwithstanding this, when we reach 50% vaccine coverage, 2 doses, I think we need to still differentiate. But once we reach a higher level, even higher level of vaccine coverage, we will have stronger herd protection, which means this vaccine effectiveness may be less of a factor. And therefore, in time, we should be able to also be more inclusive in allowing vaccinated people or some partially vaccinated or unvaccinated people to participate in bigger events. So our herd protection is also a major factor. Yeah.